Today we're going to do 4 exercises and we're going to start with a little prep to get you twisting and moving and breathing. The 4 exercises today are going to be open leg rocker, and we're going to do corkscrew, a couple of different options for that, and then saw, and then swan dive. So make sure you've got enough space around you and we'll get set. So we're going to start seated with one leg folded in, so you're nice and comfy. This leg straight, ideally. I'm going to take the arms out and you take a lovely big inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to twist to the bent leg. Take one hand down to the outside of that leg and just come over to feel the stretch. You're going to come all the way up, back to centre. So you're going to inhale, exhale, twist, and over. Inhale, stay here and turn the armpit up to the ceiling. Coming all the way up again. So we'll start to lie this up a little bit more, so obviously you can add in as and when you want to. So coming over, turning the armpit up, and then all the way through. Inhale through the nose, exhale, twist, come over. We're going to add on here, so this top arm's going to come over and around. So you turn your chest to face your leg, and you just encourage that extra little bit of movement through the rib cage. So you're looking down at that leg. You're going to unwind, come all the way up and back to where you started. So inhale from the nose, exhale, twist, up and over, then turn your rib cage right around to face your thigh. The other arm is coming across the little toe sides of that foot with your little finger, and then coming all the way up. Lovely. Inhale. Exhale, up and over, then rotate the ribs down. Now you can use the foot here, so little toe to little finger, and leverage yourself so you can get even more level through the spine, the ribs and the thigh. We'll do 2 more on this side with that option if you want it. Inhale, exhale, twist to that leg, up and over, rotate the ribs, really flex through the foot and use the foot to anchor into. Coming all the way up, centre, last one on this side. Inhale, exhale. Notice how strong this leg is. Rotate through, use your foot to press into with your little finger. Coming all the way up, and then centre. We change the legs. So this leg that's extended out is really active, the toe and the kneecap are facing up to the ceiling. So again, inhaling, exhaling, twist of the bent leg. Hand comes down and just come over, looking under the armpits, coming all the way through and up. Inhale for the nose, exhale, twist, up and over. Now the armpit is shining up towards the ceiling, coming all the way up. Centre, sit really tall, inhale. Exhale, rotate. So this hand here is on the outside of that leg that's straight. Turn the armpit up to the ceiling. So you always think about where your different body parts are facing. Hips, sit bones rather, sitting right in that mat. Move the rib cage up and out to that ceiling, coming all the way up. Then we'll start to add on. So inhale, exhale, twist to the bent leg, up and over. And now we'll start to turn the ribs in towards the thigh, reaching the little finger across the little toe side. Opening the chest, coming up, back through centre. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. Reach down the side of that leg, up and over, and then rotate the ribs to face downwards. Check the little finger is on the little toe side of the leg or the foot, and you're looking down at your knee. Unwind, come up, centre. Rotate right towards that leg. Keep facing the bent leg. Then you take the armpit up to the ceiling, then you rotate your rib cage down to the thigh, check where the knee is, finger is to the little toe, so you're soaring off that area, coming all the way up, centre, inhale, exhale, row, twist, okay, up and over, turn the ribs, now use your finger, press into this strong foot to rotate even more evenly through the ribs, so your rib cage is facing down. Uncurl, coming up, centre, 2 more. Inhale, exhale, twist, up and over, Rotate the ribs down, connect the little finger to the little toe side of the leg and pull yourself over more. Coming all the way up. Last one. Inhale. Super tall. Rotate. Up and over. Rotate the ribs down to that thigh now. Or saw past your little toe with your little finger. Press against that foot. Coming all the way up and then centre. So from here we're going to come into our first move. It's open leg rocker. So it's a step up, if you like, from rolling back, which we've done in the first video. So refer back to that if you need to. We're going to start ideally with legs straight. Obviously that might not suit you today, just to let your body adjust if they won't straighten. So first of all, just to get you prepped for this, bring your heels together, take your knees wider and hold onto the back of your thighs and let your spine go into the C curve, because that's sort of the purpose with open leg rock. You want to keep your spine in its curve whilst you straighten these legs, and then you're going to bend them. So you can start trying to straighten the legs and then bending them, then let the feet come apart. So inhaling, exhaling, staying off the back of your sit bones again. Holding onto the back of the thighs, or obviously if you've got more length, you can hold onto the back of the calves. And then ideally the full move is that you hold onto the front of the ankles with those straight legs. So the toes are waving, you're sitting back into the sort of like the waistband of your trousers, and you're going to rock yourself on your spine. And I'm staying quite back initially because I want you to understand that you don't worry about having to come up. So I'm pulling on my shins, then I'm pushing them. So we're not trying to come up like that. Keep deep in the C curve. Exhaling and inhaling. So think of this as a lovely massage for your back. Remember, if you need to, you could be here, bending those legs and then trying to stay in that balance, stay back there. You can extend one leg and then the other, and then you can roll for me, and then we could go for both legs, lengthening but staying curved in the spine, and then pulling those legs back, pushing the legs away, but making sure that you're happy that you can stay back there. You don't have to come all the way up. Okay, and from here we'll make this the last one. We're going to bring the legs together and the legs down. And the next move is corkscrew. I'm definitely going to give you a couple of options on this one. So the first part of corkscrew is lifting both legs up off the floor, which in itself is a challenge. So that might be something that you need to work on first, so you can practice that throughout the move. So with corkscrew, you're lifting both legs up towards the ceiling. Ideally, again, they're straight, but your legs will only go as straight as they'll go today, and that is absolutely fine. So we'll start in flat back corkscrew. So you're using the upper arms a lot here, so really keep the head down and the upper arms down and strong in that mat. So the first thing we'll do is we'll take the pelvis at the back over to the back of the left hip, and then let yourself find the tailbone. Don't go too far, and then we go to the right hip, back to centre where your back will feel flat, and then you reverse. So we go to the right hip underneath us, away from you to the tailbone, over to the left hip, back to the centre where your flat back is. The whole time we're keeping the chin off the chest. So we'll go left hip at the back, tailbone, over to the right hip, centre, flat back. Reverse, right, centre, tailbone, flat back. Remember, the legs can absolutely be bent if you are struggling or don't here to keep the legs straight. We'll do one more with the flat back position. So tailbone, right, centre, looking up or behind you, keeping those arms nice and active on the floor, and then we'll pause. So if you want to try and take the legs up and over, that's where we'll do with the full corkscrew. So lengthening the legs, lifting the tailbone up and over. So you're not letting the thighs collapse into the face here, like we did the rollover in the first video. You need to then take a little twist, so your feet are coming over to the left shoulder, and they're going to come down the left side of that spine. You're going to come down, still on that left side, circle around to the tailbone. Now we're on the right hip at the back, I'm going to come up the right side of the spine, and then we level out in the centre. Keeping those legs long together, I'm going to reverse now, going over to the right with the feet, so they're towards the right shoulder side of the mat, coming down, tailbone, left hip, up the left side, centre pause. Take an inhale, check you haven't collapsed the legs, that the legs aren't collapsed into your chest. We're going again, down that left side, chin away from the chest, toes relaxed, heel together. Now I'm coming up the right side of the spine, using the arms. Check the legs along. Now I'm reversing again over to the right shoulder with the toes, down the right side of the spine, tailbones, those toes are going away from you. Now back up the left, centre, go really long with those legs. Inhale, exhale down the left side. This is our last round. Over to the tailbone, up and into the right side of the spine, centre pause, strong arms, press the elbows to the shoulder in the mat. So coming down the right side for the last time, right hip touches the back, go towards the tailbone, stay strong in your centre, over to the left, chin is still off the chest, up the left side, pause in the centre and challenge yourself with your arms, see how slowly you can come down. Fantastic, you're going to take the back of the legs and you're going to roll yourself up because we're going to come into our saw. So with saw, feet can be back width, so they can be wider, or if you're comfy, you can sit on something if that helps get you into a better seated position. So our first prep that we did earlier, that's going to really help you with this one. So we're inhaling through the nose, we're going to twist, and then we're going to come across and the little finger's going to saw the little toe off. You're going to drop the eyes down towards the knee of that leg and push the upper arm back. Come back through the centre, inhale. Exhale, twist. Rotate the back arm up, reach the little finger across the little toe. Take that back arm up, coming through, inhale. Exhale, twist. Roll down through the spine, look at the knee, little finger, little toe. Push that back arm up so you pull away from each other here. Centre, really strong legs, so your legs are grounded, you twisting the other way, looking down at the other knee now, reaching both arms away from you, inhaling. So you can stay with this, you can start to come into the real, so it's that soaring of the little finger to the little toe, but you aren't just reaching forward, you are pulling back with the back arm as well. So that one's pulling back, so you've got two forces pulling away from each other. Inhale, super tall. Exhale, twist and reach the arms away. Inhale. Exhale. Can you straighten those legs more? Can you push your heels away? One more each side. Inhale. Exhale, soar, stay heavy in the sit bones. Exhale. Inhale, rotate, twist and reach, soaring the little toe side of that foot with a little finger. Inhale, release. Okay, so from here, we're going to come onto our front. So scoot yourself forward, and we're going to come into Swan. So we're going to take our time with this, and I might just do the same, just making sure you're comfortable underneath you. You may want to fold the towel up if you're not comfortable on your hips, just under the lower belly. We're going to bring the legs together, and they need to be in parallel, so you don't want the heels coming together, and they don't want to be apart either. The legs are in a narrow parallel position, and then you're just going to rest the forehead down just to start with, bend the elbows into a big capital E shape, and then I just want you to think about your breathing, a connection underneath your centre, so you're aware of your body there, and we'll just take some breath. So inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. On your inhale, to start with, just lift the head and the chest off the mat, walking your eyes forwards along your mat to the floor, and then the head and then exhale coming down. So we inhale, peel the head, look along the mat and forwards on the floor, depending on where you are. Exhale coming down. Inhale, so the legs are long behind you. Exhaling to lower, it's really important on the breath here. The glutes, your bottom shouldn't be taking over. They're there, but they're not screaming at you. And then you'll stay with that if you want to. If you want to change a little bit, I want you to bring the hands underneath your shoulders and the elbows in. Same with the legs, lovely and long in parallel. Same with the head, so when you're inhaling, you're going to lift the head, lift the chest, then you're going to push your elbows back and bring yourself up a little bit higher. Again, keeping the legs close, keeping them talking. Inhaling, lifting. Thinking about the top of your head going up towards the ceiling. The elbows push back and down. Really have that sensation in your body. And obviously we're trying to move the spine backwards. I want you to engage, bring the hips with you. So as you come up, bring the hips with you. And otherwise we're missing out the spine and we're going to dump in the lower back, which we definitely don't want. Inhale, head, upper back, mid back, lift the hips. Elbows are pointing back and down. Let's do a couple more here. Remember, you can go down to that first level whenever you want to. You absolutely don't want pinching in the back. So if it's pinching, you'll need to adjust and go back and think about what you need today. So from here, we can then take the hands out in more of a W shape just off the floor, and we can start to make that even bigger. So you come up, so you're quite strong in the arms. So remember, if that's too much, come back to hands under the shoulders, or your full swan, which is definitely something you need to build up to using all those other options. You have your forehead down, your head down, palms down, and then you lift everything up, and it's breath. And then again, it's quite nice to finish back where we started, no matter what level you've chosen. Those arms in that big E shape, inhaling and exhaling. One more. So listen to your body, top of the head, up to the ceiling, and release. Pop the hands under the shoulders, take yourself back into rest pose. Think of the knees coming together so you get that length in the lower back. Hands can be forwards or back, they can be bent. I quite like a cradle of the forehead, so pop the hands on top of each other and just hold your forehead in your hands. Let it relax, let your head go super heavy into your hands. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Making adjustments here so that you're comfortable. Don't stay or do a position that doesn't suit you. 2 more breaths. And then put the hands under the shoulders, press into the hands to uncurl nice and slowly. So you're all done. Practice. Take the levels steady and go back to any other videos that I might have mentioned just to remind you, especially on the rolling. Thank you. Bye.